All right, everyone. Welcome back to another more fun last stream. We are playing surprisingly a game that I thought I would never come back to, which I did come back to. It's Genshin Impact. I last time I left off, I think I was with Tartaglia. And fuck me, I missed this game. Okay. Let me change up my party setup. I think I have a Lost Child team. Oh no, here it is. My Lost Child team. This is my Lost Child team. This is Big Mommy Milkers. Never mind. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. My bad. My bad. Kokomi.
We'll need a strategy.
Yo, I'm trying to get that bathhouse, to be honest. Where the fuck is it? God damn, this shit far as fuck. Yo, is the whip coming around? Oh. Can you move this shit?
Welcome to the Navia line. I am Elfan. The boat will be departing imminently. Please do not stick your head, hands, or other body parts outside the boat. The Aquabus operator is not responsible for any accidents or injuries resulting from doing so.
Really?
Allow me!
Yo, my jellyfish.
The destination of the current tour is Arenias. Points of interest worth visiting include the Fountain of Lucine and the Opera Epiclese.
Look, it's comments that are coming in. Yo, can this shit go any faster, though? This shit going too slow, man. Move this shit faster, homeboy.
We are now approaching our final destination. Please be sure to bring all your personal belongings with you as you disembark. Even though I will take any forgotten items to the lost and found, the paperwork is rather annoying, as Melusine hands are not suitable for grasping pens. Please be careful when disembarking. It has been my honor to be your tour guide this trip. Thank you.
You made it. Welcome to Fontaine. Bro, I've been to Fontaine.
Right now. Emerge. Right here.
Fucking hate stamina, bro. We're back. We're back with good Wi-Fi.
Right now. Right here. Emerge.
La 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 la. Bro, it's been such a fat minute since I played Genshin. I think I have everything. Like I know like what to do with all that shit. Like I know the controls and shit, but it's just been a fat minute. You can take a picture. Do they keep forever events or they just this is just wait, what the hell? Oh, she's a 4-star. Wait a minute, let me check her out. Bro, she got Bobos? What the fuck?
Swift is the sword.
Not too far now. Time to say hello. Let's get down to business.
Rain cutter. No, my sword.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Closing in. Dancing in the wind.
Go! You're free now. He's free. Let's do this then. As you wish, main Fräulein.
Run it away.
I will.
So, ills be gone.
Tell me what you see.
That's actually not that bad. That girl's actually pretty good. But the thing is, I'd rather just save up for any new characters that they have releasing out because I know they're gonna release a back move Wika. So I'm just gonna wait for that to come for her to come back.
Let's get down to business.
Animo test 6308. Absorption test. Swirl.
My blade.
Witness the power of the wild. Huh? Teamwork is teamwork.
Witness my rise.
Enhanced animal one. Let me lead you. I'm going in.
This is where you fall. Laid bare.
Teamwork is trim.
Witness my rise.
That's not that bad.
You asked for it. Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Here's backup. Check this out.
Into the shadows.
Justice will prevail. Drop your weapon. Wings of darkness.
Ready. Hunt them down.
Hands where I can see them.
As you wish, main Fräulein. Supporting fire. Don't get too close.
Into the shadows.
That's crazy. These two in a banner are crazy. Like they're both good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm fucking crazy skipping the Arkelia. But I'd rather just skip her and just get whoever I want to in the future. Because I gotta see what we got this time.
Whoa. Now this is fancy. The opera at Eclairs. What a place to hold a performance. Huh. Looks like there's a lot of people standing around the fountain up ahead.
Is anybody important? Oh no, nobody's important.
Bless us with a bright and healthy child. We pray.
Man, you ain't gonna get shit. You bad genes gonna kill that baby.
I don't know why
why you always feel the need to ask so much. I'll be happy as long as our child is healthy and lives a peaceful life.
Bitch, you look ugly as fuck. You're the reason the baby's gonna look stupid.
I guess if they're our kid, then there's no doubt they'll turn out smart.
Do I help people fix their account? Bro, I just got back on Genshin. I can try my best to fix somebody's account. I can try, but I just got back from Genshin after like a 6-month break, to be honest. Because there was so little content, so that's why I got back on it.
There sure are a lot of couples
That's why I
here.
got off of it. Now I'm back on it. Because fucking Raiden Shogun and Yara Miko are gonna be in a bathhouse. No, I can help you fix your account. I can try. Just tell me what character probably it is, and then I'll see the description of these characters, so I see what I need to do to help you out.
What's wrong?
Isn't it a voucher?
No, Paimon didn't say anything. Are you here?
Welcome to the Fountain of Lucine. All the water flowing
Cat
from
girl!
Lucine converges here. It's customary for newlyweds to come here and wish for children.
You want to wish for children right now?
Lynette! You scared Paimon! Why did you get here?
Lenny asked me to wait here for you, remember?
Right.
What do you mean? There are a lot of people here right now.
Hey, you're not trying to scare Paimon, are you? Besides, it's the middle of the day. It's not the time for eerie things.
Anytime is a good time for eerie things.
I see. I might be able to tell you something that could help explain the voice you heard.
Okay.
In fact, you might not be imagining things at all. I suspect that what you heard is a result of your hypersensitivity to the hydro element. Others in my family have had similar experiences.
Oh, hell no.
It's because of his sensitivity to the hydro element? But what would hearing a voice have to do with elemental power?
When do you cry, Paimon?
Never.
What? What does that have to do with anything?
Just answer me. When do you cry?
I ain't getting no bitches.
When Paimon's really sad? Oh, and when Paimon's super happy. Oh, and also when Paimon's really, really scared.
You got... Okay, wait. Let me read her kit real quick, and then I'll probably see what you need.
Most intense emotions.
But there's like websites that you can
Like I
use.
just mentioned, the Fountain of Lucine is where all the flowing water in Fontaine converges. Even the tears that fall to the ground will eventually
Maybe right
gather
back. Wait,
here.
see, let me see your character real quick. She builds her ultimate quick, but she is amazing with Bennett on the team and Hydro applicants. So you would also have to use Show for that.
So maybe what you heard was the intense emotion coming from someone's tears.
So you need 2 supports, Bennett 100%, because I've been seeing a lot of people use Bennett with her, or I just used Bennett right now with her.
So, what did the voice say? Huh. If you were hearing their emotions...
And then one more character, it could be sub DPS, to be honest. It could be a fish, or it could be in charge. So you could, I don't know, Raiden might work with the team if you have Raiden. Let me honestly search that up. Let's see them. See, best vaporize Kazuhami. Oh wow, Kazuha's awesome. 3 fires. Send me your UID and I'll wait. What boss is it? Because if it's a boss I haven't done yet, then you're fucked.
Don't let that calm look of his fool you. He tends to get pretty nervous just before a performance. So chatting with Lenny might help him relax a little before he goes on stage.
Yolana's a good sub DPS. Oh, Yamiko. I Raiden Shogun. We get a good sub DPS in there. Yeah. Okay, so if you have Yamiko, she's also a good sub DPS for this girl. And then I would also do Shingsho and a healer.
Oh, right.
Wait, let me go take out my dog. My dog wants to pee. I'm back. Ay. What we got? How was this? Offerings to the fountain. I wish to get big fat booty bitches. Oh. Yeah, this is ass. Oh, there's more. Open up that door, bitch.
Ah, Traveler and Paimon. Good to see you. I knew you two would come.
Are you kidding? We wouldn't miss it for the world. We've been looking forward to it.
I can tell, judging by how early you've arrived. But you're actually right on time. The audience still hasn't started entering the venue yet, which means now is the perfect chance for us to take you... The Opera House has assigned seating, so you always have to make reservations. I've already reserved your seats, and here are your tickets.
Thank you.
Ooh, front row seats. Thanks, Lenny.
Oh, we got front row.
Don't mention it. There's no need to.
I mean, we got that ass view.
Hey, Lenny, could you come over here and take a look at this?
Yo, is this Bakugo?
Oh, I'll be right there. Seems there's an issue.
Yo,
with
Lenny.
the props over there. That's Cal, my assistant, calling me. I'll go lend him a hand.
Yeah, we'll just go to our seats. You go ahead, Lenny.
Fuck do I go? Yo, why is this shit empty, dog?
Oh, these should be our seats. Come on, let's sit down.
Come on, how you sit down, bro? Nivelette.
Uh,
Um, who the fuck are you?
Traveler, maybe we should strike up a conversation with the person next to us. Since we're sitting together and the rest of the place is practically empty still, it's kind of awkward if we don't say anything.
You're usually your job.
You little... Of course you put this on Paimon.
Excuse me, I did not realize you felt awkward. I am terribly sorry.
Yeah, you dragging piece of
I
shit.
would be perfectly happy to chat with you if that is what you would like.
Oh my god! Imagine that's how easy to chat with people in real life. Everybody would just, if you try to strike up a conversation, somebody would be like, "Oh, you're a stalker."
Oh, so you heard all of that, did ya? Boy, you sure have good ears. Paimon thought she was keeping her voice down.
And you're still whispering.
Wait, that's not it. Paimon's sorry. Paimon's the one who was being rude, talking under her breath like that. Let's talk, but, oh, Paimon's got it. You're also here early and sitting in the front. Are you a friend of Linny's too?
A friend, you say? Well, if Mr. Linney would like to be my friend, I would be more than happy to reciprocate.
Yo, Sukuna, calm down.
Friends with Linny, then. Oh, this is getting more awkward by the second. Paimon nearly forgot to make her introduction. Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We just arrived in Fontaine.
It is an honor to meet you two. I have heard of your deeds across Teyvat.
Damn.
And as required by proper etiquette, I will also introduce myself. I am...
Oh, Monsieur Nervillet. What an honor it is to have you here to see my show.
Ah, Mr. Linney. I should say it is in fact an honor for me to see your performance in person.
Wait, Nervillet? Could he be...
Hmm? I saw you all chatting just now, but it seems you still don't know who Monsieur Nervillet is. Allow me to introduce you to Fontaine's Chief Justice. That seat is always reserved for him. It wouldn't be too much to say that he's the symbol of justice and honesty.
Justice!
Whoa! Sorry for being so rude just now. Paimon had no idea you were such an important person.
No offense taken. Being Chief Justice is merely what I do for work. Nearly every person has their usual reserved seat, so I'm not so special, really. And by the way, I should probably let you know, even though I would prefer not to, there's someone sitting up there in the VIP seats that has been striking a pose for quite a while now. I believe she is trying to give you a most elegant and impressive first impression.
Man, who the fuck that
So
bitch
I
is?
think you should take notice of her sooner rather than later. Otherwise, she may become flustered.
Thighs.
Huh? Oh, it's Farina, the Hydro Archon. Huh. She sure has a smug and satisfied look on her face. Guess she has no idea that you saw right through her act.
Very good. That is for the best. No need to pay her any more attention.
Damn.
We may now enjoy the show.
Huh? So is this what things are like between the Chief Justice and the Hydro Archon?
All right, please wait just a moment longer. I've pretty much finished my preparations, and the performance will start as soon as the audience has made their way to their seats.
Yay! The show's finally about to start! Paimon can hardly wait! Paimon's never seen a real live magic show before!
The crowd enter the venue and the curtains open for the show to begin.
Oh, they're dimming the lights! The show must be starting! Sorry. Paimon will try to stay quiet.
I'm gonna talk too much, bro. This is why I'm hating
Welcome,
Paimon.
one and all, to the Opera Epiclese. I am the star of today's show, Linny. And over here is my sister, Lynette, who will be working as my wonderful assistant. Please, let's give her a warm welcome.
Yeah, baddie on the stage. Meow me for me. Meow for me, kitten. Meow for me, kitten. Kill me.
I know she may seem to be a little sleepy right now, but that's just a sign that she's nervous.
Whatever.
Now, some of you may be thinking, two vision holders who can freely manipulate elemental powers performing magic is not true magic at all. So, I would like to take a moment to assure you that elemental powers will have nothing to do with what you will witness on the stage today.
Give me your hand, dog.
Both Lynette and myself have removed our visions for the show. That way, even the gods won't be able to help us.
Oh, good point. That's what makes the show real magic.
Now, without further ado, let the show begin. Lynette will now exit the stage to make some preparations. I know you might miss her, but don't worry.
I already
She'll be
miss her.
coming right back on stage momentarily.
I miss my kitten.
Perhaps in an unexpected way. I'm sure she'll be stealing the spotlight soon enough. Oh, and before I forget, there's one more thing I should say.
What happened?
You never know what can happen in the blink of an eye.
Uh-oh. Turn off the lights.
A magician's greatest skill is making things disappear or appear.
My
The
dad.
possibilities are endless.
What the fuck? Oh, it's shitting. It's shitting more. What? What to eat? What did it eat? What the fuck?
But But this isn't what you came for. These little tricks, you've seen them all before. So it's time for something truly extraordinary, don't you think? This one's a little tricky.
Middle finger.
Using this water tank, I shall make my sister vanish completely, right before your very eyes.
Yo, he's gonna get his sister wet. What the fuck?
It's actually quite simple. She'll just turn into air bubbles and float right out of the top. Oh no! I told them to check all the props carefully. With the lid on, even air can't escape. An amateur magician would be getting very nervous right around now. Luckily, it's me on stage, so let me show you what a true virtuoso can do.
She's naked. Where is she now? Yo, where is she?
Lynette, are you still there? Don't go too far. We don't want to use up all our magic.
Hi, I'm back.
Huh?
What the fuck? I thought she was gonna be booty butt naked. What the fuck? This is some bullshit. This is a false advertising. She had no clothes. Where the clothes at? I mean, she has them on. What happened with you? No.
Whoa! What in the world just happened? How did he do that? Herman didn't see him do anything! Wasn't Lynette inside the water tank? How did she disappear and then reappear out of nowhere?
If we could see easily through his tricks, then that would mean that his skills are still lacking.
I bet he did.
To appreciate magic, you should focus on the show happening on stage, rather than getting caught up in trying to see that which has been intentionally hidden.
Guess you're right. Paimon couldn't believe her eyes when Lynette reappeared. Amazing!
Thank you everyone. I'm glad you enjoyed that performance. But our magical journey has only just begun. I've prepared even more astonishing surprises for everyone here. The magic of transformation and disappearance can go far beyond what you've just seen.
It's crazy. That idle animation.
I'm sure many of you are thinking that escaping the water tank was impressive enough. But Lynette is still my assistant after all. In which case, I have ample time to make all necessary preparations. So, for my next trick, I will require the participation of one lucky audience member. Please, if my assistants could bring out the magical boxes now. There are 2 boxes and only 2 boxes. One is here and one is there in the aisle among the audience. I'm sure many of our clever audience members have already guessed our next magic trick. A swap! Our lucky audience member and I will each enter a magic box. After 1 minute, we will each emerge from the opposite box. Now please, everyone pay very close attention to the box you see here. Don't give me any chance to make a move.
Wow! How's he gonna do this?
Open sesame.
Hey, do you think this is all magic tricks, or does Lenny have actual superpowers?
The lucky audience member will be generated by this random number selector.
Oh, hell
It
no.
selects numbers entirely at random. Even I don't know who will be chosen to participate. Now then, let's begin.
Ichi, san, yin, yo, go.
Let me see. Oh, row 7, seat 3. Congratulations! Please, come forward. My assistant will take you beside the magic box.
But it's some bullshit. I want to be. Sorry if I'm being rude. I'm sorry. What are you talking about? You're good.
I'm sorry, it might be a little cramped inside, but no need to feel nervous. We've carefully arranged everything for you to be as comfortable as possible. You don't need to do anything, but no matter what strange things may happen, don't come out of the box.
Yo, that sounds weird.
If the magic is interrupted, who knows where you might end up? You might even find yourself in the Fortress of Meripede.
Oh, okay.
All right. Before I enter the magic box, there is one more thing I need to ask the audience to do. Could you all give me a countdown? Like this. 60, 59, 58. Just keep counting down. You can go a little faster or slower if you like. I won't be able to see anything in the pitch black box, so I'll be relying on your voices to know when time is up. Oh, and no tricks now. If you quickly count from 60 in just 30 seconds, then I'll be in a tough spot.
Ooh! Paimon kinda wants to count faster after hearing him say that!
No, that won't do. I can see it in your eyes. You still can't be trusted. Let's practice together. Come on, repeat after me. 60.
58.
That's right, perfect. Keep it going. All right, I'll see you all on the other side once you've finished counting.
54, 53, 52? Why aren't you counting, Nervalet?
I am counting in my head. I think things are exciting enough in here as it is. Merely a consequence of my identity and personality. Do not worry about me. Just enjoy the show.
That'd be Dragon Ball piece of shit.
Alright. You look so serious that Paimon thought you might be feeling uncomfortable or something.
40, 39.
38.
Mr. Lenny, are you all right in there? Is everything ready?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm just double-checking the direction of the magic. It would be a disaster if we get sent to the wrong places. For example, midair right above the audience.
Even though he's saying that, Lenny doesn't seem nervous at all.
Oh shit. What happened?
What was that noise? Did you hear it too? Not sure. Anyway, it doesn't seem like anyone's worried about it.
25, 24, 23. What's wrong, Mr. Lenny? I can still hear you moving in there.
I seem to have accidentally knocked over a decoration. I'm trying to fix it, but it's pitch black in here.
Never mind the decorations. There's no time for that. The show is what's important.
No, that's unacceptable. I want my show to be perfect. Don't worry, we still have 20 seconds. Hear them counting?
Hell no.
19, 18, 17.
16.
It seems things aren't quite going as planned. I apologize, everyone. It feels like you're all starting to count faster, but that's all right. I know it can be tiring to do such a long countdown. 10 seconds and change is still plenty of time.
10.
Almost
9,
there now.
8.
Swapping two people is harder work than you might think. Even a master magician like me can't guarantee I'll get it right the first time. Hey, wait. Is this the back one? I can't tell. They both look the same inside. Huh? No, that's not it. I'll try again.
7.
Hey, slow down! Honestly!
5. 4. 3.
Whoops! That doesn't count!
0.
My mom.
Ta-da!
Yeah. Amazing. And she's not there. That'll be funny if she's not there. What the fuck? Yo, what the fuck? Oh, I'm invested now.
Huh? Is this part of the show? Mr. Lenny, you're going to use magic to fix the stage now, right?
What happened?
Oh no. Maybe this isn't part of the show. The girl was still in that box.
This performance is over. Medical staff with me. Guards, secure the scene and detain all the performers. Seal the exits. No one is allowed in or out at this time.
What the fuck?
Yes, that's right. If this was just an accident, then we must investigate the cause. But if this was all part of some scheme, then those accountable will not escape the judgment of the God of Justice.
No need to be alarmed, you two. We'll get to the bottom of this soon enough. Unfortunately, the person who is in the magic box has been pronounced dead. His name was Cowell, one of the assistants in Linny's magic troupe.
Damn, she's dead?
Apparently, the fireworks on stage ignited the ropes that were suspending the water tank, which then caused the tank to fall onto the stage.
No way.
As of now, we are still not sure why we found Cowell in the box, rather than the guest from the audience.
His assistant
And after
died.
initial search of the area, the guards have confirmed that the girl is nowhere to be found. It appears that this incident was not merely some mishap with the performance.
No way, dog. That bitch died. Okay, good on. Okay. I'll keep this going for like 11:30.
And there are many indications that it is connected with the case of the serial disappearances of young women.
The serial disappearances case?
That's the case that Charlotte mentioned before.
I know the truth. I can see through the whole thing. Really, using such a shallow and obvious mystery as his finale. Did he really underestimate us that badly? I say that our powerful magician, Mr. Linny, is now the prime suspect for the serial disappearances case.
Nah, bro, that guy's too innocent. Come on, bro.
Huh? Why me? This whole thing was an accident.
No, this all occurred during your magic show, did it not? The missing girl disappeared after being chosen, did she not? The deceased is one of your assistants, is he not? Now that I think about it, that whole speech about magicians making things disappear was nothing more than a provocation, a bald-faced challenge.
That can't be right. How can Lenny do this? He was in the box on the stage the entire time. We can even hear his voice. Besides, before the show, he told us that he would like to catch the criminal behind the disappearances. He couldn't possibly mean catching himself.
Save discussion for a later time, please. Lady Farina, may I assume that your comments just now constitute an accusation against Mr. Linny and his associates, and that you are pressing charges?
I just think that he... Well, I think it might be a little early to talk about formally pressing charges.
Oh my goodness, Farina.
But what Lady Farina said just now makes perfect sense. Looks like she's gonna personally deliver justice.
Justice.
A kidnapping and murder carried out under the cover of a magic show. Lady
In a
Farina
shower.
said it all.
I mean, of course,
Wanna see my magazine
my
cover?
dear people. But what excites me even more than the obvious truth before our eyes is the opponent I'll be facing.
Opponent.
That's right. I mean you, Traveler. You'll support Lenny, won't you? After all, he was the one who helped you the first time we met.
I trust Lenny.
Then there's no problem at all. You know, the Traveler and I already had a duel the first time we met. But with Lenny's help, our little duel ended in a draw. But draws really are the most boring possible outcome. So, no more draws. Between the two of us, there must be a clear winner and loser. And what better place to hold such a riveting showdown and decide the true victor than here, on the grandest of stages, the Opera Epiclese! It wasn't a draw. She obviously lost last time.
It is.
I understand. Charges have now been pressed, and as such, a trial is in order. Well, Traveler, seems Lady Farina has set you in her sights. But putting her dramatic rhetoric aside for a moment, I would like to ask you...
Oh, come here.
Are you willing to act as Mr. Linney's attorney and defend him in this case?
Is that background and
Very well. The trial will be held a day from now in the
structure
Opera
stuff?
House. Both sides may investigate the scene to
I
build
did
their
that.
cases and search
And
for
I
the
get
truth.
I did my own thing.
Linney and his troop are all potential suspects and shall remain within the Opera House.
Damn, bro.
The audience may begin to leave in an orderly fashion once they have been cleared by the guards.
A day isn't that long. Let's see what kind of case this big shot Outlander can build in such a short amount of time.
Oh, we're going to trial?
Sorry about everything that happened just now. Were you frightened?
Of course! Who wouldn't be scared after witnessing an accident like that?
Yeah, I'm a little shaken up myself. How could this happen? And poor Cal. I know you already claimed that you would defend me, but now it's just us talking. Tell me, do you think I could possibly be the murderer? Good to hear. Thank you so much for trusting me. I'm sure everyone sees me as the biggest suspect at this point. But, if you ask me, the whole thing is mysteries layered upon mysteries, such that all that's left is confusion. I don't know whether what happened there on the stage was purely an accident or not, and I don't know why poor Cal was in the box. As for how that girl chosen from the audience could suddenly disappear, I'm afraid I don't have any answers either. If someone tampered with my performance, then we need to figure out what they did. Even a skilled and knowledgeable magician like myself couldn't pull all that off in just 1 minute.
Which is precisely why we need to investigate. As this book says, The impossible could not have happened. Whatever happened must have been that which is possible.
You look stupid as fuck.
Paimon bought them when we were reading at the bookshop in the city earlier. Pretty cool, huh?
Look at Paimon.
Don't worry. Paimon used her own savings to buy them. It wasn't from our travel funds.
But isn't your savings coming from our trial funds?
I think they look cute on you, Paimon.
You have good taste, Lynette.
That's the right attitude. Feeling depressed isn't going to help me now, but with the guards watching our every move, it's going to be especially difficult for Lynette and I to prove our own innocence. Good thing you agreed to be our attorneys. Thanks for that. We'll be counting on you.
Bro, I didn't have my lawyer degree.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah, just leave it to us. Oh, since we're going to start investigating, Paimon has a question first. Where did Lynette go during the performance?
Oh, well, I'm afraid that would involve some of our essential trade secrets as magicians.
The secrets behind our magic are past saving, Linny.
I suppose you're right. The truth behind our tricks is going to be important evidence that will be weighted during the trial. 'Tis truly a pity. As a magician, our magic show is a work of art. We've poured countless hours and spared no effort in perfecting it. But if revealing our secrets will help you uncover the truth behind what happened, then it will be well worth it. We should go somewhere else if we're going to discuss our magic tricks. We'll go speak with the guards, and in the meantime, you can go investigate the stage and the seating areas.
Alright, let's go have a look while the investigation teams are still here. Detective Paimon is on the case! Hello, officer. How's the investigation going?
Ah, I see. You must be the traveler that Lady Farina mentioned. Listen, I'll be perfectly honest with you. I'd avoid getting mixed up in this whirlpool of a mess if I were you.
Huh? What do you mean?
Come with me and you'll see. The deceased is one of Linny's assistants named Cal. Even though he hadn't joined the troupe long, he was hardworking and everyone generally liked him. The assistants are usually in charge of setting up and inspecting the props, as well as assisting with the show and keeping the crowd engaged. As you probably saw when you were in the audience, the water tank suddenly fell and smashed the box with Cowl inside it. This is the real mystery. We've already searched the scene and were unable to find any traces of the girl. However, if you look carefully, the box was positioned directly under the water tank. The ropes holding the tank were then burned by the pyrotechnics on stage, causing them to snap. All these factors lining up so perfectly makes it hard to see this as a mere accident. If anything, the more logical explanation is that the whole incident was intentionally planned, and Linny is the most likely person to have access to all these areas.
But he doesn't have a motive.
If that were to happen, the girl, like, if what occurred did not occur, and the girl didn't disappear, then the girl would have died. So then the girl would be disappearing. The girl would be dead.
Are you both good friends of his?
Well, you can't say we're good friends, but we've known each other for a little while.
So in just a short time, he was not only able to win your trust, but even convince you to act as his attorneys. I know there's no such thing as magic. The real trick of a magician is holding the audience in the palm of their hand. I've seen a lot of cases, and I can tell you that people are the least reliable kind of evidence. Sorry, I tend to be pretty straightforward. Just know that I'm warning you for your own good. Anyway, you may investigate the scene of the crime yourselves if you're curious. Who knows, maybe you'll be able to come up with some new evidence.
Okay, bet. They couldn't hire Bakugo's voice actor for too long.
Go ahead, have a look around.
This location has also been cordoned off because the Magic Troop members are currently considered prime suspects. The seats were all booked in advance, so we were able to deduce the missing woman's identity by checking the guest list. Sure, no grievances or conflicts of interest with the... Simply put, she wasn't related to the Magic Troop at all, which matches the features of the previous serial disappearances.
Were the victims of previous cases also chosen at random?
That's how it seems to us, in any case.
Are they all artists?
They were all young women of around the same age range. There really weren't any other connections.
Okay then.
No need to be so formal. If you do happen to see the missing girl, please be sure to contact. It is of utmost importance that we get to the bottom of these disappearances.
Okay.
So this is the rope that broke and caused the water tank to fall? The rope looks pretty durable. How can it be burned through so quickly by fireworks? Why are you suddenly so serious, Traveler?
The weak part.
Whoa. Look! This bit is made from different material. Most of it was burned away, but there's still a little bit of it left. Huh. So if a rope meant to hold something was made with that kind of material in it, then...
Bro, I can't take Paimon seriously. Yo, Paimon having that face.
Wait! Paimon should write all this down.
Hello, good sirs.
Investigation team has some new findings. Turns out there's an issue with the random number selector after all.
See, I told you. What if the machine picked some big guy's seat? You think the murderer would have still made his move?
Sorry to interrupt, but we're helping Lenny and Lynette with their side of the investigation. What were you saying about the number select?
You're trying to help them?
Lenny used the machine to pick a random member of the audience during his performance, right? The lucky girl that later disappeared. Well, we thought there might be a serious problem with the machine, so we had it taken away for further inspection.
It turns out that the seat number it picked wasn't random at all. The machine picks that same number every time. I'm sure you already know that you have to make a reservation in advance to get a seat, regardless of whether it's a trial or some performance. In other words, Lenny knew who would be sitting where from the very beginning.
That much checks out. Lenny reserved our seats for us.
Bet you see why I was saying it'd be tough to make a case for Lenny.
Even the...
I see that you're investigating the area. Well, it just so happens that if you find any new and interesting leads...
We don't have too many thoughts.
Then why don't I tell you my hypothesis first? The way I see it. And I'll start it with that loud thud.
Correct.
Thud? Oh, you mean the sound that happened during the countdown?
Yes, exactly. It wasn't terribly loud. But I suspect that most people heard it. It's just that everyone was awaiting the results of Lenny's trick with bated breath. So no one paid it much mind. But now that the incident has happened, the thud has become an important clue. I'm of the opinion that it may have been the sound of Lenny's accomplice. Lynette, perhaps. Jumping atop the water tank or something like that. And when the pyrotechnics went off, she cut the rope, sending the water tank crashing down.
Wait. Wasn't the noise we heard too loud for them?
Perhaps the balance wasn't right, leading to a particularly rough landing. Oh, that's true. I suppose I must reconsider.
That does remind Paimon, though. What was with that sound?
The sound. Strange sounds. Second evidence.
is still talking to the guards. I think someone will be assigned to monitor.
Yo, no fucking way. Nah. That's crazy, homeboy. It's crazy. Fucking crazy.
Hey, you! Yes, both of you! Over here! I've been keeping an eye on you for a while. Huh? You mean us?
That's right. If I'm not mistaken, you're also among those who wish to cut down the thorns and pursue the truth. No? And by the looks of it, you're not from...
Well, you're right on the more about that one, but who are you?
Have you never heard of the Spina di Rosula? From mediating disputes and providing protection, and I, Navia, have the honor of being its renowned president. Though those who play by our rules call me boss.
I'm Silver, her attendant. Pleased to meet you.
I like this different.
And I'm Melus. Demoiselle's various daily needs and affairs are under my purview.
Huh? Boss? Demoiselle? What gives with the name?
Well, I am the second generation president. Melus and the others are still used to my previous title.
My apologies, Demoiselle. Should you prefer, boss, I will endeavor to use that instead.
No need. You don't have to call me boss. Just Navia is fine.
Okay, if you say so. Not that we're members of Spina di Rosula anyway.
All merely trifling details. Never mind. Now, back to the situation at hand. That's right. I've always kept an eye on the serial disappearance cases. My interest stems from a matter back from my father's time. Judging from the look of things, I find Linny an unlikely mastermind.
Really? We think so too! That's why we're looking for clues now. But how did you come to that conclusion?
Intuition, naturally. My unparalleled intuition.
Okay.
Farina sure was quick to point the finger at Linny without any decisive evidence whatsoever, wasn't she? But that's not uncommon for her. If you remember, the justice had to interrupt her and ask if she was pressing charges just to keep her from getting carried. Anyway, a trial begins the moment someone levels charges. And, of course, there was no way Farina was going to back down in that situation.
Sounds more like you just don't trust the Hydroarch.
Well, what's your opinion? I must admit that she can be interesting at times, but liking her doesn't mean that I'll blindly agree with her. All right, I've answered your question.
Wait a minute.
Well, I say it does. But don't worry, you won't hear any pointless questions from me. In your opinion, do you think it's right to treat a trial like it's an opera?
Well...
No.
And why would that be? See, Silver and Melus? I told you they'd be different.
Most astute of you, Demoiselle. I, too, think that the Traveler's response was most excellent. No matter how wonderful the script or how fervent the audience's expectations may be, The trials that go on stage here must be based in fact. Then if that can be done, boss...
Alright, that's quite enough, Maloose. Anyway, I like your answer. You passed with flying colors. Now, I need to make some preparations, following which our joint investigation shall commence. You two shall be my assistants.
What the fuck?
Wait! Since when did we become assistant? Oh, well, I can be the assistant. Sure. Or your companion, if you like. I'm really not that fussy. That's more like it.
Far be it from me to brag, but I believe that Demoiselle's intuition will be instrumental in uncovering the truth. You wish to save a friend from false accusations, and we wish to unravel the disappearances. In this sense, our goals are aligned.
In this sense, our goals are aligned. Man, shut your bitch ass up, motherfucker. I will fucking pop your head ass. I'll pop the Oh, never mind.
Alrighty then. We'll be making some preparations first.
Oh, fuck, Mario.
Let us know if they start revealing Lenny's tricks.
Sorry, but no one can freely enter or exit the Opera House at the moment.
You sea lion looking motherfucker.
Register your identity with us.
No, we're not leaving. We're representing Lenny and Lynette. Were you always guarding this entrance?
Yes. After the Chief Justice gave the order, everyone coming in or out must undergo a strict inspection. So, the missing girl couldn't have left from here. At least,
I doubt there was much opportunity then. How can you be so sure?
well, because I was in charge of security near the entrance at that time, I couldn't see Lenny's performance from here, which was quite a shame. Just my luck. But still, I did not abandon my post, and I stayed put no matter how loud the applause was. If someone had so much as even approached the door, I would have noticed it, let alone if they had tried to leave. We Melazines are good at that sort of thing, you know.
So, it's safe to say the girl couldn't have left through here.
So that means she's still here.
Alright, thank you for your help. This will be useful info.
Browsers.
We've checked everything of note here at the performance venue. Paimon wonders how Lenny's discussion with the... Let's go see, shall we? Ooh, things are...
Understood. Then I will be going with you. Just so you're aware, I will be monitoring your actions and making notes as necessary.
Bitch, I want to see you try. I want to see you try. Try monitoring my actions, bitch. How about I pop both of your eyes out and you hear my actions?
Very good. Thanks for being so agreeable. I'd pull a rose out of my hat as a gift for you if I could.
Huh?
You may spare the pleasantries. I'm just doing my job.
Then fall asleep. Why? Go to sleep, bro. Because you've been working all day. I've been working all day too.
Who's this?
Mama.
Me? I'm Spina di Rosula's guardian angel. If you've got a problem, I've got the firepower. Sorry, I got a little carried away there. Call me Navia. I'm a partner of theirs, and we'll be helping investigate this whole situation. And these are my companions. Would you mind if they join as well?
Hell no.
Fine by me.
Oh, new helpers? I would be most grateful.
Well, let's just say we're tagging along. It's not every day you get to see the secrets behind magic performed on such a large scale.
I appreciate your kind interest. Come with me. We'll be heading below stage.
Oh, hell yeah.
Huh? Below stage?
Yes, a world of secrets is hidden beneath this magic box, prepared specifically, but before I reveal everything, you should have a look first. Notice anything strange here?
There's a penis in it.
I'm not trying to be dramatic. Remembering the details of a trick will help you understand the methods used to perform it more easily.
Huh. Weren't there balloons and other decorations here?
Ah, good eye. That said, you're still far from discovering the answer.
The back? You mean the inside of the door? What's different about it? Paimon didn't notice anything.
You could change it.
Very good indeed. I thought you might not be able to catch that, given that you were sitting in the first row. The back of this door was patterned. Those patterns are now gone, replaced by a smooth wooden board. So, if you put 2 and 2 together, what do you get? Exactly. All right, let's go. I'll tell you how it works as we head down.
Oh, so there was a passageway under the magic box!
I knew you'd figure out most of it as soon as you saw this place. The 2 magic boxes are positioned right above the 2 entrances of... See this flatbed trolley? The box with the lucky audience member in it would be shuttled over to the other side using the trolley.
This trolley can raise and lower and even rotate, ensuring that the box will face in the right direction.
I see. So that's the purpose of the box inside another box.
Precisely. The inner box would descend after the audience member was put inside and be moved along the trolley, all while the outer box would remain on stage as if nothing had ever changed.
So that's how you did it!
Once the box was lowered, the trolley would store some energy through this device here. The audience member would only be able to feel some slight movement.
That's where the thud happened.
And by the time she walked out, she would already be back on stage.
Right! You were talking that whole time, and you even came out for a moment near the end!
Ah, yes. A phonograph operated by Lynette was used to achieve that effect. My assistant and I had already scripted our conversation beforehand. When the countdown began, I had already gone to the opposite box via a tunnel using that ladder.
And what about Lynette? Where was she?
I was in the mezzanine space in the back of the box.
Oh, interesting!
That's how we were able to coordinate Linny's lines with the assistant. And by the way, I was the one who walked out of the box at the end.
I mean, we are twins. All it takes is a change of clothes and no one can tell who's who.
What the fuck?
And that's my favorite part of this trick.
Oh yeah, and then he has a hat on.
Lynette and I can perform it.
So that's how it all worked! Wow! Every detail you revealed was more amazing than the last!
Lynette would briefly walk out of the box and then go back in, jumping into the tunnel and escaping before the box on the trolley could finish ascending. And then I walk out of the other box in the audience area, and the trick would be complete. But as you saw, Cal was in the box, not our audience member. She, on the other hand, mysteriously vanished.
We really don't know how that happened.
If not for that interlude, this would have been an astonishing trick. I probably never would have figured out how you pulled it off. And yet, to think that someone was able to use this magic trick to commit a crime. Could we have a look around? I think we can come up with some more leads.
This is the scene of the crime, so Linny and Lynette are not permitted to stay here. I'll escort them back up.
Yes, of course. No need to be so strict now. I won't disappear into thin air, you know.
Thanks, everyone. We're counting on you.
Huh. What's it?
Looks like a hook tied to the end of a rope. Huh?
Perhaps it was a prop for a different trick.
Whatever it is.
And become goddamn lawyers. I learned a lot from Suits.
The floor is wet. Please be careful not to slip.
Speaking of which, why would there...
Oh! Paimon knows! It's one of those tricks where you pour water into a jug and then flip the jug over only for the water to disappear. And here's a broken vase.
That can't be. The troll...
Let's...
Oh, these are the clothes that the lady chosen from the audience was wearing. Her clothes are here. But she's nowhere to be found.
Right. And do you really do that if you're kidnapped? This is so confusing. I don't want to be a detective anymore.
Oh damn, she's butt naked now.
It seems someone would fit through here.
Could this have been the sex escape?
Alone, perhaps. But if they had to pull another person with...
You could just push the box in there.
Yes. Let's head back up.
You want to go to court?
Well, we've ascertained the state of the crime scene. Let's find a place to sort out our findings once the loot returns. Seems to me that there are several things that don't add up here.
Apologies for the wait, mademoiselle.
So, what did the guards say? Did the criminal escape the event?
They believe the odds of that are very low, since the event leads to the upper basement. The guards have checked the area carefully. No one left through the basement during the performance or after the incident, and no one was found hiding there.
So the tunnels become like a secret chamber then. Like you usually see in novels.
The plot thickens. Halsey's disappearance and Cowell's death are both quite inexplicable. No wonder Farina was so confident in her accusation. All the current evidence points toward Lenny and Lynette.
In other words, the charges are very likely to be upheld unless they make some considerable progress.
Charges and then trial. So if the charges are upheld, they'll announce a sentence?
That's right. This is how a trial goes in the Opera House. That's right. This is how indemnitium is produced. Statements from both sides, the defenses from attorneys.
I'm sorry if this audio is static now.
Even the audience's emotions will all be projected on the oratrice. To put it simply, it's as if the oratrice has its own will, and is a judge in its own right.
This also precludes any kind of favoritism on the part of the Chief Justice. Not that this has ever happened anyway.
Once both sides have finished speaking, the Chief Justice will make his final decision. This, too, will be used by the oratrice as a reference. And then, finally, the oratrice will be consulted by officials. The result it returns is the will of justice itself.
Huh? So that machine is the one that actually decides?
In practice, there is very little difference. Both have always come to the same judgment, which is why people have great faith in the Chief Justice. Yes, the gods also asked me to convey that none of us will be allowed to leave this place before trial. Because we have chosen to act as twin proxies. That makes us personally related to the case.
They're concerned that we might be looting outside parties. Or they might find outside cultists. If that were not so, it could prove problematic if we haven't spread the information about this ahead of time.
I'm ready to break out at any time.
Yo, that guy's made that ass.
Of course, I just hope you don't mind the lack of options. I'm afraid catering to all tastes is not in the cards, nor is any guarantee.
In that case, let's just sort out our findings together here. Pity. I was hoping to take you to try some spontaneous dessert. I mean, what better way to properly think our findings than over tea and sweet?
Yeah, suddenly this seemed like a bad idea after all. Just eating. I'm still doing the best.
The fuck are we going? There's a kitchen in the back.
I have egg, sugar, and almonds at the ready.
Good work, you two. Then I'll get to it. Please sit tight for a moment. You'll get to taste my awesome snap soon enough.
Where the hell is your fucking drill?
And Paimon thought it smelled good while it was still in the oven. Oh, it's even better now. Paimon can't stop drooling. From the way you had these two guys carrying all that stuff around, Paimon thought you'd have them do more during the baking process, but you ended up doing the entire thing by yourself. Beating the egg whites, grinding almonds.
I was applauding.
I was giving encouraging smiles.
Paimon was just thinking. Aren't you worried about getting your fancy dress dirty, beating egg whites and baking like...
Well, I don't think it's carved in stone anywhere that fancy ladies can only read books, sip tea, ride horses, and play the piano. I just really enjoy making snacks. Don't underestimate beating egg whites, by the way. It's a real arm workout. You also need to beat them to just the right consistency, or your macarons will crack. Anyway, give these a try. Fresh out of the...
Only 3?
Well, eating too many sweet treats might send all that sugar to your head. You wouldn't be able to think clearly about the case on a sugar rush, would you?
Tea is ready to be served as well. This is Demoiselle's favorite. Strong black tea with a floral fragrance that clear... No need for concern. I'm merely doing as I should.
All right, then. Down to business. However, we can assume that Linny and Lynette were not alone within it. Some criminal also occupied its sealed confines. The magician twins could have committed the crimes, of course, but they lack any logical motive.
Exactly! Why would they do such a thing right when everyone was watching?
The flower vase and the thud we heard during the performance could indicate some altercation between Halsey and the criminal in the tunnel, resulting in the shattering of the vase, the discarding of her clothes, and her abduction. Perhaps the criminal thought that since she was chosen from the crowd, she would be too easy to identify if she was still wearing the same clothes.
Paimon thinks that makes sense, but the real trouble is...
True. None of the clues we found thus far support the existence of this third part, but the only people left to consider are both technically victims. Whether it's the missing girl, Halsey...
Could Halsey secretly made modifications to the magic props in order to murder Cowell before making her escape?
That's right. And even if she had tampered with the setup, she would need to understand the entire trick nor does she have any motive. The guard said that she has never had any dealings with the Magic Troop's members.
Wait, from the sound of things, this is turning into an impossible cake. Your macarons are amazing, though, Navia. They smell great. They're nice and crisp and super sweet.
They are my specialty, after all. And I see you've already had 5 of them.
What? 5? Oh, that can't be right. Paimon only counted 3.
Please don't worry about it. At my age, a few less sweets might actually be a good thing.
No. Being greedy is one thing, but Paimon knows how to count. Besides, Paimon knows that if she ate too many, then others wouldn't have enough. Wait, even you don't believe Paimon? If Paimon ate those 2 extra macarons, then may they turn into stone in her...
All right, we get it.
Wait a minute.
I suppose one of us might have gotten too engrossed in our chat and eaten them by mistake. Malus, set up the stove again, if you would.
Huh? What are you doing?
Making sure everyone gets 3 macarons, of course.
Exactly. We don't want...
As you wish, Demoiselle.
And I have the egg, sugar, and almonds.
Well, this really is your...
Somebody small enough.
That's it for snack time. I don't know what we're looking for yet. It would be awkward if you got all tongue-tied on stage during the trial.
All right, thanks for your...
It was nothing. A small task for the Spina di Rosula. Silver, Malus, it's time to go. I'll be back if I find it.
I don't...
All right, it's time to put our heads together. We've got to get our defense for the trial.
I don't think.
Oh, it's probably gonna be a long and difficult case. There's no point in worrying about that now. We just...
It's so weak. Somebody ate Paimon's the macaron. To be a little person. Because Paimon never look like that.
It's so nice to de-stress.
What do we do? The whole situation is so confusing. Good plan. Impossible things don't just happen. We'll get to the truth one way or another.
Just relax. Even if everyone else suspects Lenny and Lynette, at least we will be supporting. Besides, I doubt Farina understands any more about what happened than we.
Thanks, Navia.
Best of luck to you.
Let's go. Let's go to court. Dun 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 dun.
Ah, finally, you're back. Well, how did your investigation go?
Not so good though, I won't be honest.
To be honest, you might be disappointed.
No. We're already very grateful that you were willing to help.
Well, now, don't you all look disappointed. Don't tell me that your investigation came up empty-handed.
Shut the fuck up.
That was to be expected, of course. The guilty can never produce proof of their innocence.
You're guilty of being a bitch.
But don't let that stop you. I shall be terribly disappointed should you, my most anticipated foe, concede so easily.
Just you wait.
Since both parties are present, I declare that the trial regarding the magic show incident is now in session. Firstly, in order for the audience to understand the causes and results of the incident, could we please have Mr. Linney explain the trick?
Yes, of course. I will explain while Lynette demonstrates on stage. All the necessary items have been prepared.
Thank you, Mr. Linney. In that case, I take your statement to be that you ran to and remained hidden within the magic box in the audience stands once the trick began, and thus could not have committed the crime. Is this correct?
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
In that case, I call upon the prosecution. Lady Farina, do you wish to refute his statement in any way?
Bro, I'm fucking scared.
Why, of course I do. Allow me to take the first shot and break this case wide open. Mr. Linney is clearly lying.
Oh.
There's no way you could have been in the box the whole time if you were to abduct Halsey and murder Cowell. In fact, I'd say you were hardly in that tunnel at all.
Oh, where the fuck was he?
That is simply your hypothesis based on the presumption that I'm guilty.
Oh, is that so? And if I may ask... what did you hear while you were inside your box?
The roaring countdown of the crowd, of course. That's how I kept track of the time and built anticipation for the finale.
And you didn't hear anything else at all? Nothing that might leave an impression of any kind?
No, nothing.
I see. But when the count reached 30 seconds or so, there was a thud. One so loud that I believe practically everyone heard it.
Huh?
Hey, hang on. Something's not right here.
Wait, how did she hear the thud if she was up there?
Yeah, I'm sure he could have heard a noise that loud from inside the box.
Oh, wait. Okay, wait.
I was right by the box and I definitely heard the thud.
Look at those scales. Could those mean...
Well then, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to use the words of the magician himself. You never know what can happen in the blink of an eye.
And what was Lenny?
Indeed, it seems his alibi can also collapse in the blink of an eye. Of course,
myself to do far more than smash your alibi. Confidence cannot go unfounded, and my foundations are rock solid. Tell me, aren't you and Lynette actually from the House of the Hearth?
The House of the Hearth?
Fatui.
No wonder they did something like this.
So the serial disappearances were the Fatsui's doing.
Wait, how the fuck does she know this much?
I've got a feeling that what happened on stage probably wasn't just an accident.
That's irrelevant. Our identities have nothing to do with what happened.
Indeed. Then perhaps you could tell us everything that happened during that 1 minute. Your first priority is to prove yourself innocent after
Bro, why am I not talking, bro? I'm.
that needs to be kept secret now. Unless your script already has holes in it. The Outlander is speechless. My, oh my, don't they look flabbergasted?
So fucking stupid.
Now comes the infighting in Discord, I suppose. This was almost too easy. Good thing I made all those preparations. Seems the all-nighter I pulled last night is really paying off.
Hey, Linny, why didn't you tell us this before?
Order,
motherfucker!
Mr. Linney, allow me to re-establish the facts. Lady Farina has raised 2 points. First, when the thud was heard in the Opera House, you were neither in the box nor the tunnel. Second, you and Ms. Lynette are both members of the House of the Hawk. Are these claims true?
Can't others, given how they has concealed his identity, this could have all been a setup. Plus, child is here. Fontaine along the other house operatives. There must be scheme at work here. I've been a victim of such schemes before, and now.
Please answer my question, Mr. Linney.
Oh my.
I'm sorry. Yes, they're true, Your Honor.
No, I got you, bro. I got you. Got you.
Knew it!
Well, that's it. We might as well move on to the sentencing already.
What should we do now?
Permission to speak, Your Honor.
In that case, what is your request?
Is that really necessary? They're already as good as guilty.
The defendant deceived their own attorneys. What is there left to discuss?
Order! Order, I say! Your request is reasonable, and we shall adjourn. This trial will reconvene in 1 hour.
So you would stick to Mr. Linney's defense even after knowing what you do now? You certainly have more professionalism than I thought.
I'm a lawyer, ma'am.
In that case, my dear audience, let's allow the joy of victory to steep for a little while.
Yo, Farina's actually pissing me off, bro. I've never met somebody that pisses me off so much. Yo, why the fuck you didn't tell me, you stupid bitch? What you gotta say for yourself, you motherfucker?
Well, this is awkward. I didn't think the Hydro Archon would dig all that up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Paimon doesn't know where to start. We trusted you two. We based our entire reasoning on the assumption that you weren't bad guys. Not to set the wrong tone or anything, but Paimon's really mad.
I'm very sorry. I know you're angry, and reasonably so, but please, let me explain. I know you've clashed with the Fatui several times before. I wouldn't be surprised if just hearing the word is enough to make you upset, but our organization is very, very large, and the Harbingers have very different personalities and goals.
Right now, we want to save people. As many as we can.
That's right. I'm sure we're on the same page when it comes to this nation and the disaster that its people might face. I knew if it weren't for our respective identities, we could become good friends. That's why I didn't wish to flat out lie to you, but chose to hide some details instead. The truth is very important, but being completely transparent about everything would see us spending more effort than we need to. Right. So, you be the judge. Heck, if I were you, I fear that I'd even struggle to trust me at this point. You met a Fatus who works as a magician, a trickster by trade. All by coincidence, but still, I'm asking you to trust me. I am no criminal.
Do you know, child?
At least, not in this case.
Sorry. Well, you both say that, but... Right. Let's hear your answer first.
Of course. I'll answer any question you ask. We've been trying to find out how the Oratrice operates. We want to know why it has consciousness. Why can it deliver sentences accurate? During our investigations, we learned that the machine's core is beneath it. From that moment on, Lynette and I have been designing this box swap trick with the objective of getting close to the core.
Is that why you needed a whole minute?
That's right. In truth, the audience would take about 75 seconds to count down from 60, while I would only need 15 to get to the opposite box. So, after jumping into the tunnel, I accessed the Opera House basement via the vent, and went to investigate the room in which the core is stored.
That air vent was created during the construction of the tunnel specifically to execute this step.
Well, nothing. As soon as I reached that room and was about to investigate, I heard someone's voice, which should have been impossible, of course. I was quite certain that I was the only one in the room. That voice seemed to recognize me and tried to speak to me. I chose to err on the side of caution and retreated the way I came. On the way back, I saw the broken vase and the clothes on the ground, but the countdown was almost finished, so there wasn't time to give it any thought.
Okay, makes sense.
After that, the homicide occurred just as you saw.
Well, that explains why you didn't hear the thud.
Because of that prophecy I told you about, of course. We must know all we can about this nation's secrets in order to deal with that prophesized crisis.
That's the only way we can save everyone.
So, there you have it. The whole truth. I swear, I didn't hide anything from you. It was never my wish to proceed under this cloud of mistrust, but like I said earlier, you can be the judge.
Well, Traveler, you decide. Paimon will follow your lead however you choose.
I believe in the facts. I will defend you from these charges. I believe the judgment.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for giving us a chance.
The current problem is that the scales are tipped pretty badly against you two. If we want to refute the Hydro Archon's accusations, we're gonna... Huh? Oh, Paimon thinks she gets what you mean.
Let's go. I got Archon and Archon, bitch. Let's see who wins in the fight.
Both parties have returned to their positions. Let us continue the trial. When last we left off, Mr. Linney acknowledged the new evidence presented by Lady Farina as fact. Therefore, Lady Farina may continue stating her reconstruction of the event.
That took long enough. Now then, if everyone would lend me their attention. At this stage, let's revisit that scene from Linney's perspective.
What the fuck?
As the countdown began, he entered the tunnel.
Okay.
When the flatbed trolley passed, he opened the box and got into an altercation with Halsey, which caused the loud thud. He did not realize that this sound could be heard by everyone in the Opera House, which is why he claimed earlier that he used the vase to knock her out, before making her change clothes to prevent others from recognizing her. At this time, Cowell arrived in the tunnel, having heard that strange noise.
Yeah, this is actually hard.
And caught Linney red-handed. So Linney proceeded to knock him out too before afterward. Linney passed the unconscious Halsey to his accomplice. And there you have it. That's the truth behind what happened.
Does the defendant's side have any objections to Lady...
The key to refuting Lady Farina is the order of events, what Linney experienced, and...
Oh, what the fuck? I don't know what to do.
According to Linney, he left via the vent after entering the tunnel. He couldn't have had that altercation with Halsey. Linny went to the room that contains the Oratrice's core. Linny did not take part in the underground altercation.
Attention! Ace Detective Paimon has something to say! When the countdown started, Linny did indeed go into the tunnel, but he immediately used a vent to access the Opera House basement, which is where the underground core of the Oratrice is stored. Once he reached that area, he heard a voice in what should have been an empty room. Since he felt something was amiss, he returned immediately.
Mm-hmm.
The crime scene had already developed by the time he reached the tunnel again, and in order to complete the magic trick, he did not remain there for any length of time. Finally, he reached the surface, and that was when the accident happened from his point of view.
Yep, I'm an amazing guy.
Paimon did it! Paimon actually managed to say all that!
In other words, you believe that he knew nothing of the incident?
That's right!
My reasoning?
If that's the case, then if Cowell hadn't entered the tunnel, who was the entire setup meant to kill? Assuming that what you say is true, Linny only needed to kidnap the young girl to cause a new disappearance case. What would the point of killing someone on stage be?
Oh, they have a point.
That's right, you tell him! And that's why they're partners of mine. They've managed to turn things around.
You're so fucking amazing, Leslie.
Well, your denial is very strident. I'll give you that. But what proof do you have to back your claims? Of course I do. If he had been in the magic box the whole time, how could he have not heard that sound? Why do you ask? You're saying that he wasn't?
Wait, what the fuck?
That's right! Linny wasn't in the box or in the tunnel. That's why he didn't hear anything strange during the performance. This means that when the crime happened, Linny had already entered the basement via the vent. The same clue you used to disprove his alibi has now become the best proof! How do you like that?
Well played. To think you'd use such logic. Well then, if it wasn't Linny who committed the crimes, then who was it?
It's like the gear icons in here. Check. No longer under suspicion. Only the other members. They give you a detailed account of how the trick was supposed to work by using a bug. Having changed her outfit, linen, and her assistant. What it you.
Could there have been a third person involved?
Wow, this is incorrect.
The deceased's name is Cowell. Linny's Halsey is the missing person.
What? So it was Cowell?
The deceased's name is
Wait, what? I don't get it. Was it Cowell?
That can't be right. Are you serious? The killer one!
Oh, is that
What I must do next is recreate the truth. What Cowell did. and how he went from would-be perpetrator to victim. It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. They would likely have bumped into Linny as well.
How can we envisage Lenny?
Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment. The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the criminal. No one entered or left the Opera House through its entrances. The deceased's name is Cowell. Linny's
Oh, two of them are ink.
Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel. It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. Halsey's clothing was in the...
Fuck.
The deceased's name is... No one entered or... It would have been tough for both...
Okay. Wait, what? Give me a sec. Suppose it's strange noise. Back on. Mental from this would have given time for Kawa to bring Hazley out of the magic box. According to the guards, assembly, no one entered and left it up. Exiting from the box would have been in full view of the audience.
What's wrong, Traveler? Are you still having trouble figuring things out?
I see. Look, since we're at a dead end, why not consider a different track? Just like the trick as it transpired, the end result must have been utterly different from the magician's initial design.
If only we knew how Halsey...
Well, that would be nice, but the tunnel only has 3 exits, and none of them seem very likely. And it's not like this is a magic trick where you can just make a real live person disappear. You know, like you...
Excuse my interruption, dear opponents, but do you not see that the crowd is growing impatient? There is no greater sin in this opera house than an awkward delay.
If the defense is unable to make further effective arguments, we will move on to the next stage.
Nope. Wait. Hold on a second.
Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment. The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing The deceased's name is Cow. The vase was not broken by chance.
Got it.
Paimon gets it! It all comes together if Halsey disappeared instead of being kidnapped. Lynette escaped from the water tank, vanishing gradually and leaving only clothes behind. If there's a similar method where a person could be transformed into water...
Oh, just a moment, please. I do hope you know how preposterous you sound at the moment.
Yeah, I feel like slapping Farina.
How could a person ever be transformed into water? This is reality we're talking about here, not some magic trick. Must we really? Magic tricks are ultimately just illusions and misdirection. But Halsey's disappearance is very real. We're talking about 2 completely different things.
Even so, I trust the Traveler's judgment. The truth must be out there somewhere. Perhaps some new line of reasoning may open if we try to gather all the focal points that don't make sense. Since Cal was the deceased, we haven't placed much attention on him. But given that we aren't making much progress with the case, it wouldn't hurt to have a look at his belongings, would it?
People really do come up with all sorts of harebrained schemes when at the end of their rope. The way I see it, your suggestion that we broaden the scope of our investigation is nothing but a tactic for stalling the trial.
Nevertheless, I believe that this is a reasonable request on the part of an attorney. Since the trial does indeed appear to be at an impasse, I believe that additional evidence may help us make more progress. Guards, Please step into the lounge and examine the personal effects of the deceased, Cal.
We are still examining the items, but we have already made critical progress that we feel must be shared with everyone post-haste. We discovered several test tubes of fluid within Cowell's baggage, each labeled separately. The notebook in his backpack claims that these fluids are water from the Primordial Sea.
The Primordial Sea?
The note's contents also indicate that Cowell belonged to an organization that sells illegal drugs and that he had an accomplice. The notebook has many entries concerning safe usage of these fluids, in which the keyword dissolve appears many times. One of these tubes was labeled Opera Epiclese, along with yesterday's date. It is empty. The notes also state that these dissolution properties work exclusively on people from Fontaine. It's likely that Halsey was chosen as some sort of test subject. As such, we believe that the defense's hypothesis is, in fact, supported by sufficient evidence.
You've got to be kidding! People dissolving into water?
Could something so ridiculous actually be true?
Wait a moment. This reminds me of a certain prophecy, but it's just a coincidence.
Huh. If people can become water, does that mean that the water tank's real use was as a means to hide water stains? And if Cowell was targeting that girl... Wait just a minute. Could that mean... You two, with me, quick!
Demoiselle, wait! What about your partner?
Let's go. Just trust me.
Order! Order! It is undeniable that further examination of the deceased's personal effects has yielded some surprising results. But we cannot yet verify the veracity of these clues. Still, let us assume that these clues are indeed authentic, albeit with the understanding that Ms. Halsey has yet to be found. Guards, please continue examining the items along these lines. Mr. Linney, it appears your hypothesis is supported by the evidence, so please continue speaking.
Of course. Thank you, Your Honor. If we uphold this hypothesis, I believe that many of this case's seemingly unrelated clues can be connected together.
Right! Like the metal hook! That one didn't make sense at all. Let's think about this. Cowell's methods must have something to do with that water from the Primordial Sea.
We got more evidence now.
The deceased's name is Cowell. The water from the Primordial... Now it seems like the water from the Primordial... I remember there was something else with... Lynette was in the magic box. I remember there was...
It's Ace Detective Paimon's time to shine again!
What do you mean I did all the work?
Original plan. Cowell would tamper with the water tank rope, and the number selector securing his target. When the magic box containing Halsey was lowered, the metal hook would retract gradually and pierce the balloon at the top of the box. When the balloon attached to the box popped, the water from the primordial seed inside it would pour down and dissolve Halsey. Afterward, Cowell would enter the tunnel and break the flower vase to conceal the water inside the tunnel, with the remaining evidence being covered up by the water tank on stage. But he encountered something unexpected in the tunnel and wound up being fatally hit by the same water tank he meant to use to cover his track.
Huh. That does make sense.
That actually links together a lot of the more confusing pieces of evidence.
Oh dear, what do I do? Even I think they sound convincing now. Have I falsely accused an innocent person? What a humiliation.
Now, it seems like the only point of contention remaining is the exact circumstances that led to Cal's death. His notes mentioned he had an accomplice who could be related to the situation.
On that note, the guards have just contacted me indicating that they uncovered new evidence. I shall now invite him on stage to share it with us.
Thank you, Your Honor. We were just inspecting the luggage of the other people involved in this case, and we found an identical sample of the water from the primordial sea among Linny's personal effects.
What the fuck?
What?
That can't be.
Oh, I see. Well, how wonderfully comedic to have your own counterattack only to come back and wound you. Does this not clear all doubt? My dear citizens,
There's some bullshit.
my
Nobody else put it
loyal
on today.
audience, allow me to present my reasoning and bring this performance to a swift close.
Oh, we're gonna fight.
Linny did not need to take part in the dissolution of the young, having made modifications to the props, but upon his return in cruel avarice, ultimately, he not now as much. Am I right?
We've used up all the evidence we collected. Is this the end of the road?
Oh no. Paimon can't think of anything on. Seems using the water as new evidence was too good a move.
I think we've all. I believe this is indeed the
Damn it, bro.
Now then, my good, noble Chief Justice.
Excuse me, everyone, but I must interject.
Miss, I must ask you not to shout and to respect the ongoing legal proceedings.
Oh, come on. Don't be hasty. I have a good reason for interrupting, you know. Now, would anyone here like to take a little break from all this debate and see a little magic? I'll show you an amazing trick. One that can bring a young woman who has disappeared back in the flesh, right before your very eyes. Please, do the honors, Mr. Linny.
What in the world?
No offense, miss, but miracles like that are beyond my scope as a magician.
Come on now, don't be silly. Magic is all about misdirection, isn't it? It often conceals the truth while presenting a fascinating illusion. But once everyone believes the illusion, can't magic reveal the truth to them once again? And wouldn't such a trick be the most marvelous finale to today's
Use the
performance?
same water to bring back the.
Lady and Lynette, give it another go. Don't worry. Spina di Rasula has made the necessary arrangements on your behalf. But as the magic makers and stars of the show, I think I should leave the final performance to you.
I understand.
And voila.
Sorry for the interruption.
Wait, isn't that Halsey? So, the whole thing about people dissolving...
To be clear, I'm only here because this person told me that if I testified, the merit of doing so would lessen my sentence. I was hiding outside this room listening to the proceedings because I was afraid that I would be the one put on trial. I was just feeling happy that no one had noticed me. And then, before I knew it, she caught me.
That'll teach you to underestimate
Oh, she was hiding fucking
Where
ass.
should I begin? I'm sorry. I'm the one who killed Cowl. I admit it.
What?
Firstly, my name isn't Halsey. It's Lillian, and I'm originally from Mondstadt.
What the fuck?
I heard that Linny's show was gonna be a real thriller, but I missed the chance to buy a ticket, so I stole one. That's how I make a living. I steal stuff here and there. And I'd never been caught before. But I was noticed at the harbor a few days ago, and I barely got away. Lenny was the one who caught me in the act.
Hey, no wonder you look familiar. So you were the thief. Liddy even mentioned that you were pretty skilled.
Well, and I thought that would have been the end of it, but then the number selector chose me. He even mentioned the Fortress of Meripede. That's a prison, isn't it? So you can imagine how shocked I was. So I played along with the show while looking for an opening to flee. But then I got water poured on me for no reason, and then someone jumped into the tunnel to nab me. I wasn't going to take that lying down, so I knocked him out and stuffed him into the box. There was nowhere to run from there, though, so I had to change my clothes and hide in a box containing performance costumes.
No, I fucking knew it.
After the first guard arrived at the scene, and continued hiding inside the opera house.
Can a person even hide in there?
But I swear, I didn't know that the water tank would fall down. Really, had I known that, I wouldn't have put him in the magic box. I may be a thief, but I'm no—
Well, that makes everything pretty clear now, doesn't it?
This time, we need to tell the entire story from Lillian. See. The strange sound wasn't from a fight. It was Lillian's attack. The flower vase was not broken to cover anything. Lillian was a.
There you go.
And it's Ace Detective Paimon! Having been selected out of the blue, her panic only intensified after hearing the commotion. Cowell leapt into the tunnel, only to discover that Lillian... He did not know that Lillian was not from Fontaine, but was a thief who made her way, mistakenly believed the two broke the flower vase with no way of escaping.
That's crazy, bro. I feel like she was inside the box. I didn't see anything.
To go through guard inspection if she tried to leave afterward. So, she has been trapped in the opera house these last 2 days.
She had already become desperately hungry by the time we were chatting over macarons. So, she swiped 2 of them right under our noses.
I fucking knew it.
At this point, all the events that happened in the tunnel have now come to light.
Ah, so bravo!
Thank you.
Now then, Lady Farina, do you wish to speak against the defense's... Please answer the question, Lady Farina. Also, if I may add, the trial has not yet ended. As such, I request that the prosecution not leave the room before the proceedings conclude.
Too bad.
What? Are you reading my mind now? No, I have no further arguments. I admit defeat. But really, could you at least have left me with some dignity?
Wow, look at that! She's like a deflated balloon now.
If there are no objections, then as the Chief Justice of Fontaine, I shall once again repeat the full sequence of events. The actual perpetrator of the serial disappearances, Cowell, selected his next victim from the audience reservation. With some modifications to the selector, he could ensure that the pre-selected young woman would be chosen. To cover up any evidence while committing the deed, Cowell thought of allowing the water tank to fall, which would conceal the water left behind after the young woman was dissolved. He also tampered with the rope suspending the water tank, using the fireworks at the end of the performance to cause the tank to drop. He poured the water from the primordial sea into a balloon during the preparation of the magic box. Finally, he passed the prepared hook on a rope through the gap in the magic box's door. When the magic trick officially began, the box containing the woman was lowered into the tunnel. If all had gone to plan, the young woman would be dissolved at this time. However, Lillian was not from Fontaine, and thus fled the box with a loud noise. Realizing that there was trouble, Cowell entered the tunnel and met Lillian. However, his opponent was more capable than he thought, and he was overcome, knocked unconscious, and placed into the magic box. Lillian, according to her own statements, then changed clothes and hid until the performance ended, before hiding in other parts of the opera house. As for Linny, he was in the underground structures within the opera house, and was thus ignorant of these From this reconstruction of events, we can conclude that Linny, the accused, is in fact... While there is much in Linny and Lillian's conduct that should still be investigated separately, this case, at least, can be handed over to the Oratrice.
Oh, look, Honkai Star Rail. The Oratrice Mécanique de la Nice Cardinal.
As such, Linny and Lynette are officially declared not guilty.
you all. Thank you so much.
Next, I think we deserve an explanation, Guard Vaughn. How did you find the water from the primordial sea in Linny's baggage?
Right! Your discovery caused me to make a serious mistake, you know. Or was that not a discovery, but false evidence that you dare to bring before this court?
I suspect that the accomplice mentioned in Cowell's notes was not Linny, but you, yes? I'm sure you know what you must do to lessen your sentence.
Speak quickly! Unless you want to earn yourself a one-way ticket to Coupon Town.
I was just following orders. We were supposed to place blame for the serial disappearances onto Linny, and thus cause suspicion to fall on the Fatui. The higher-ups said this was the best opportunity to do so.
And now that your plan has fallen through, and the secrets of the water have been revealed, you have become a liability to said higher-ups, yes? Therefore, you would be wise to tell everything you know, and seek the protection of the guard.
Yes, our boss discovered that the water can cause people to dissolve. It can also be made into a potion, which when extremely diluted, can cause people to experience unforgettable exhilaration. We've been in this business for a while now, and have made decent mora off it. The disappearances were also the boss's idea. I mean, this is the boss we're talking about.
What the fuck? He actually disappeared.
And now he can no longer talk.
Such ruthlessness. I shouldn't have expected any less of—
An outrage. All present, please submit to inspection immediately.
Crazy. Damn.
So, we're just going back now? That's...
Traveler, Paimon! Please wait.
Lenny...
I know you may not want to speak to me right now. Maybe, but still. Let me thank you again for defending me to the end. Even after you learned that I guess. I didn't approach you with any ulterior motives or ill intent. I've spoken to you as myself, just plainly. As for why I'm a Fatus, it's because the goals of the House of the Hearth align with those of an orphan like me. That was how Father, who you might know as the Knave, approached—
The Knave? The one who controls the house?
That's right. And since we're here, back when our parents first died, Lynette, to survive, I took to surreptitiously observing an older street performer who did magic. I took my sister through several streets until we found a crowded corner. To my surprise, we proved to be pretty popular, and we could at least stop work. Before long, an aristocrat came to me and claimed that he wished to take us in after watching my
So you went from orphans to nobility?
That was how we felt at first, too. As if fate was on our side and we could say goodbye. But I gradually discovered that while we were called foster children, he was really after my talent for magic trick. He would constantly take me to all sorts of banquets to garner attention.
That doesn't seem too bad either.
After one particular performance at a banquet, I discovered that Lynette was not on the same return vehicle as I waited a long time after we returned home. The answer he gave me was, she caught the eye of the most eminent person at the banquet, so I sent her over as a gift. I mean, you'll be—
Oh no.
As far as outsiders are concerned, this is a relationship akin to adoption or foster care. I managed to ferret out the location of the mansion of that so-called eminent person. All I saw was the moonlit ground covered in blood.
So, she don't—
That's right. She had rescued my sister before she could come to any harm, and had even— the Knave, might have seen something in me. The House of the Hearth welcomes you, for I was hesitant, but she was also quick to destroy the noble who had taken us in at first.
Oh, so that's how the two of you joined the House of the Hearth.
She has her own— She has gained permission from the Tsaritsa to first use the Gnosis' power once she obtains—
So...
That's right. Today's case has also proven that people from Fontaine can indeed dissolve into— Everyone at Hotel Bouffe d'été, including the Knave, has their roots in Fontaine. And we will always, to us orphans—
So, from small deeds like distributing magic pockets
to huge schemes like—
It's alright. I just hope you can understand that even as a member of the house, if you should need
Rob not talking
anything
about
at all in
his
the future, feel—
Come on, let's go.
Bye, Linny!
Oh.
No escape!
Holy shit. Yeah, it's gonna take a while though.
Wow! I can join?
Alright, I'm going to get off. Thank you all for joining. Make sure to leave a like. Subscribe for more content like this. And I hope to see you in the near future. Bye bye.